So yesterday we got the news on the NFL, the National Football League.
Yeah.
What was that news, Keith?
So they informed clubs that if a game cannot be rescheduled during the 18-week season in 2021 due to a COVID outbreak among unvaccinated players, that's the key, among unvaccinated players,
Right.
the team with the outbreak will forfeit and be credited with a loss for playoff seeding. This memo goes on. It talks about if a game is canceled, that the team that is responsible for the cancellation will have to incur the costs, make up for that. And
they also talk about where they're talking about taking money from the players, right?
Yeah, so that's the other part of this big fallout. So vaccinated individuals who test positive and are asymptomatic can return to duty after 2 negative tests 24 hours apart. Now, unvaccinated individuals still subject to the 10-day mandatory. But yes, so if the game is canceled, neither team's players involved in that contest will receive their salary for the week.
There's no way they can do that.
Oh, no, absolutely not. In fact, Tyler Lockett, one of the big names in the NFL, last night tweeted out, so we only work on Sundays? You don't pay us for Monday through Saturday?
Thank you.
It's a great point.
Thank you.
DeAndre Hopkins, who is arguably the best receiver in the National Football League, tweeted out, never thought I would say this, but being put in a position to hurt my team because I don't want to partake in the vaccine is making me question my future in the NFL. This is medical segregation. This is grotesque what they are doing and how they're pitting the play. This is what the irony is in all of this. The same players that we are so livid at for taking a knee, and rightfully so, could be the same individuals that turn the society around.
I hope so.
From the trajectory that we are on.
And I don't know that they will. I don't know if they will. But I hope so.
By standing up to this terrible edict. This is horrific. You know what this is? This is actually, I contend this is white privilege. You've got a white commissioner. 31 of the 32 NFL owners are white. 70% of the league is black. And they're saying, you got to do this with your body. And by the way, if you don't do it and you don't follow our rules, we're not going to pay you.
That's a good
this is a little antebellum-ish, if you will. And I would love to see these players stand up en masse and say, we're not going to participate in your league.
Yeah, how about that?
Under these rules. There is no NFL without these players.
So, correct. But I don't know that so if I'm vaccinated and I get COVID, I have a positive test. So I've tested positive. Now, if a teammate who's unvaccinated tests positive, the argument could be made that he tested positive because of
he caught it
me,
from the vaccinated guy. Right.
So now you're saying that the teams can't play and you can't participate. The vaccinated guy gets to test negative 2 times in a row within 24 hours and play.
Right.
The unvaccinated, he has to go away and be put away for 10 days. Is that right?
Yep, that's right.
And then within the 10-day period, after the 10-day mark, he's going to have to test negative.
Right.
Which, I guess is possible. That's their argument that it's possible after 10 days. And they're not going to get paid for at least that one game. They're going to forfeit the game that they were going to play.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
And that's going to count as a loss.
And the team that is responsible for the outbreak will have to pay all of the costs incurred in this game being canceled.
And what are those costs?
Do
they have a breakdown of what they're going to charge the team? So you're talking about salaries.
No.
You're talking about stadium costs. You're talking about travel.
Yeah, I think it's travel. Shoot, I had this breakdown here, and I don't think it printed up on this. But yeah, it's exactly what you're alluding to there with the travel costs and all that good stuff.
All right. So now what if they're just not going to be? They're not going to be able to pull this off because if I test positive for COVID and I'm supposed to play you on Sunday, and then I test positive on Tuesday and you test positive on Wednesday, is it the Tuesday guy that's responsible?
Right, and the NFL contact traces like mad.
Yes, absolutely.
They absolutely will know where it came from, and they'll punish though the unvaccinated guy.
Right.
Yeah.
No way they pull that off. The players' union, the owners, they're not going to be doing that. NFL, they're trying to walk that line. It sounds an awful lot like somebody else trying to walk the line. Who am I thinking of? Oh, yeah, Washington, D.C. They're trying to walk the line of, because they've said, well, we're not going to mandate the players to get vaccinated. It's up to you.
No, they're going to use peer pressure.
It's your choice.
They're going to use peer pressure.
We can't mandate the teams to get vaccinated. Wow, that's just what is it? What are we, Venezuela?
No, this is a good way to run a society, huh?
Right, but then they're going to force your hand by saying that if you don't get the vaccination, now you're going to cost you, and then you get sick.
Yeah.
Now you're costing the team and the NFL money.
This is the stupid way that certain teachers would discipline classes. If one of you acts up, then the whole class is going to be punished.
Well, I mean, we all look. You say that, but I mean, if you played any kind of athletics in your life,
that too, you're all going to run laps.
If
Malinak doesn't stop this ground ball,
that's right.
Right here, right now.
That's right. and if Malinak doesn't stop it, on top of having to run extra laps, he's going to get his ass kicked from the rest of the team.
Wait,